BBPTV, man, we here each and every Thursday, man. Tell a friend, live here from BX Live Studios, man. DJ Sugar Free, you already know, man. We got Ted Smooth in the building.
Straight Face Entertainment.
Do remember, give it up for Ted Smooth, y'all.
Yeah.
Ted Smooth is in the building, word up. My brother, man, I welcome you, Ted Smooth, a.k.a. the Remix King, man. You have an extensive resume, DJ, producer, songwriter, professional dad. Just to name a few of those things you take pride in. You have 30 years in the industry.
More or less.
Still here. Congratulations, brother.
For sure.
Congratulations.
Legend, true legend.
Not too many in the industry could say that, man. You found a lane for yourself and wrote it out. That's a great accomplishment. You should be very proud, and I'm proud of you, brother.
Yes, sir.
And for those, I'm gonna just get right to it. For those who don't know, man, Ted Smooth is one of the DJs, man, that helped the Daytime Boys go to that next level, man.
Talk
At the
about
very beginning, man. He was right there with us,
Day
man.
one.
From day one, man. 420, man.
Day one,
420,
daytime.
man.
Day one
Word
killer.
up. Day one.
Day
And I
one
appreciate
killer.
that, man. I humbly respect that, man. You know what I mean? He did something, man, and we ain't gonna get into all that, but he did something, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it, man. He took a pay cut.
Yeah, man, he big boy.
Pay cut for Big Buddha, man. He did that for me.
gotta
He
do
didn't
that.
have to do that. He did that. He was humbly and said, bro, I see your vision. I'm gonna get behind you, man. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna do that for your budget. He fit my budget, and I humbly respect you for doing that, brother.
100. Word. You gotta see that. You gotta see the vision of something that's great, and you know, that's just what we do, man. We do favors in this industry for whoever we see fit. You feel what I'm saying? So
Understood,
it is what it is. I knew what that was, and
Thank
you
you,
know,
brother.
I wasn't gonna not be a part of it. You
Thank
feel
you,
me?
brother. I appreciate
It
that.
is what it
man.
is.
Ted Smooth, man. So Ted, man, I'm gonna ask you, when did you know that you wanted to be a DJ? When did you get that epiphany where you was like, wow, man, I want to get on those things, man?
Man, in the early 80s, you know, the age of the house parties, where we used to do the house parties in the projects.
That's a fact.
And you know, for those who don't know, my real older brother is DJ Ray Double R. You know, another legendary
DJ
mixtape
Double R,
pioneer.
big shout to Double R,
Yeah,
man.
you know,
DJ the
so-
Pro, man.
It's in the blood. It's in the blood. It's in the damn
You
blood.
know,
So you know, at an early age, I might 11, 12, like when he wanted to take a break to go to the bathroom or something, like he'd be like, "Yo, just play the next record," and I would just grab. You know, back in the days, the vinyls, you would know the records by the labels.
Correct.
You feel me? So at the end of the day, and the tempo there was, you know, 112, 111, you know, good times, and I'll do anything for you. So I would just grab what I saw was familiar and just mix that joint. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so I used to practice, you know, at the house, you know, on his equipment, and to prepare for that moment where he would be like, "Yo, you know, like play the next record." And when I was able to do that, when I was able to do that and see that people reacted to like a record that I chose, it gives you a certain feeling. Like it's very powerful what we could do with music. Like we could literally make people cry. We can make them dance. We can make them be sad. We can make, you know what I'm saying? So I think at that time is when I was like, I want to do this. Like it's just a fun thing to do, you know. And then you know, a couple of years after that, you know, at 15, 16, you know, I gathered my own little records, and it was just my turn. Like, yeah, we want you to do the party now. And I just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just talking to my daughter earlier today. Shout out to Ty. She, you know, I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I really never had like, I had a multitude of jobs, but as far as like to go to work in a career, because she was talking about college, like what you want to do, I was like at 15, 16, I already had a career. I was DJing 6, 7 nights a week. Like I already understood the business.
Understood.
You feel me? The mixtapes and how to hustle them, and
Understood.
and it was done. And kept a job, you know, kept a job for a long time until it was like, you know what, like, nah, I can't do both.
I could dig it.
So it started at that age, at an early age, early teens.
Wow, that's
You
dope,
know?
man. That's dope, man. That's dope. Where did you get the idea, and how long was it before you had the epiphany that the remix was your thing? Like, cause you know everybody know Ted, man. The remixes, man.
Bing busting out them big words, epiphany. Like I woke up and it was like, oh. Nah. I mean, so what happened was, to make a short story, hopefully short. After I had my record label experience, you know, we did the whole Lumi D thing, and that was amazing.
Big shout to Lumi D, man.
Worldwide,
Big shout to
you know,
Lumi D.
situation. You know, coming back off a tour in 2004, my child's mother at the time was pregnant, so I I kind of foresaw myself like taking a little break, not necessarily stopping, but not going like 24/7 the way I was. Because I wanted her to, at least, 3 years old, she can know what daddy's going to work meant and all that. Right. So I kind of slowed down during that time, and then with my first record back off of that, I guess hiatus was No Music, Voice of Harlem, which was another classic, and it was like right back to the top. Right. You know what I'm saying? So in between all that, I was like, man, I shout to James Cruz, right? James Cruz, a good friend of mine.
Big shout to James Cruz.
I called him one day and I was like, yo, like, I just want to holler at you, like, sometimes you got to get a vision from somebody else. Understood. From other eyes. Right, I get it. So I was like, yo, like, I really don't know what I want to do from here. You dig what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, man, like, just think of something that you know you could do very, very well and consistently, and just run with that. Right. You feel me? So it sat with me for a minute. I'm driving around, and I'm just noticing like Puff wasn't doing no more remixes.
That's what I was going to say.
The remix thing kind of went out of style.
Right.
You feel me? So in I want to say 07 maybe, 06, 07. Okay. I did a blend with Chris Brown, With You, with the Bridges Over drums and I Need Love piano from LL. And at the time, I really didn't want to talk, on the record, because that was kind of taboo for DJs to, So I put it out, and forget about it. A week later, it was on all DJs mixtapes, and they were all claiming that they did the remix. I was like, wait a minute, like y'all didn't do that. So I was like, I gotta do something. Like I gotta figure something out. So I always remembered, I'm driving around and I'm trying to figure out what to say, and I went back to the record, and Voice of Harlem went in the intro when he was like, whether he did the intro and he like, brand new collaboration, test move, straight face, you remember? Like it just stuck in my head, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say that. So the next remix I did was I Love Your Girl for The Dream, right, which is my favorite of all time of anything I've ever done. Is I took Lollipop and gradually sped it up to like 90 BPMs, and by the time you figure it out, it's like the drums is already on your neck. And at the time, we was doing the Together We Chill tournament, the basketball tournament, 119. It was the #1 tournament in the city. Right. So that it was just that moment, and they just want to hear that every day. And that's the first time that I talked, but I kind of talked it. Like I was like, let me just intro it, like, and just say that. And nobody cared. None of the DJs was like, whatever, we need that. And then 2 years after that, because there wasn't really no hot records out, I did Blame It. And the way I said it that day is the way you all know it to hear it now. Test, move, straight face, you remember? That's you know what I'm saying? So it came from me just like, tapping into somebody else and getting that little insight. And then it was something that was a void. And I knew DJs, I know I worked. It worked for mixtapes, it worked for clubs, but nobody was doing them. And I just took it and ran with it. By the time everybody turned around, I'm already gone. You feel me? So.
Well, I'm glad you did, man.
It's consistency. I tell you, it's consistency.
I'm glad you did.
That's what's up, Ted.
Because it's a blend at the end of the day. Like, it's what we did in the mixtapes. Like, it's no different. Like, I told somebody today on live, like, if you want to get a check, don't call it a blend. Call it a remix, and then you'll get a check, because it's just, remix is a commercial version of a blend. That's all it is.
Yes, it is. Right.
Take acapella, put a beat on, give it a different feel, and you out the way. You out the door.
Wow.
You feel me?
Wow. That's dope, man. That's dope. Thanks for sharing on that note, man. What else some of the DJs said that gave you some inspiration?
Damn, you was listening to my live earlier?
I took a peek at it.
I got into that a little earlier today, like, because they was like, like, you do so many things while you're DJing. Like, where do you? So it's funny that she's here, but this is on record. Like, when I was coming up, I remember hearing Star Child, may he rest in peace. I remember hearing Star Child, his mic game was so good, and he connected so good with the people that you felt like you was there. You felt like, yo, get your hands off my mirrors. Like, who says that? Who tells people in the club, get your hand on my mirrors? Like, that's part of his mic game. So I've always wanted to be that DJ that connected with the people, not only with the music, but with verbally. Because you can tell somebody, yo, get on the floor, and they'll do it. You're going to make somebody do anything you want with that microphone. So then, between that And then obviously being a part of the mixtape era, Brucey, same thing. Like he's dancing. He's having more fun than the people that is dancing while he's DJing.
That's
you feel me? And then
yeah.
and then you got Kid Capri. He's like, nobody ain't telling him nothing. Like when he's on the set, I'm running this shit.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that was always been my attitude, like through sports. Like if you know me from playing sports, I played at a high level, and that was just my thing. Like you know, I'm the Puerto Rican kid that go in all the neighborhoods and. He can't play. And by the time the second half coming, I got 30, then the respect comes. So I've always had that Kid Capri attitude, like
chip on your shoulder.
Everybody shut up, like it's my time. So when you put all three of those things together, you feel me? Like that's me at Latin Quarters in '97. Like that mic game was ridiculous. Like I never said nothing they said, but I know if I made something that like I used to, my thing before, you remember, it was, oh my God. Like that, people see me in the street to this day. They be like, "Oh my God!" from across the street. This Latin Quarters, this that ever. It was only Latin Quarters on Sunday and the Tunnel. That's it. Like we had the city on lock. So you know you had to make it your own. You feel me? And I opened the door. Like this is a fact, and nothing against nobody, none of these guys. Like I opened the Spanish DJs, Tony Tuck. They were scared to talk on the mic because they were scared of that criticism. Oh, you trying to be like. Man, I ain't trying to be like nobody. I like how they do that shit, and I'm gonna do this shit my way. I was the first one, like Spanish dude, talking on that mic crazy. Forget about it. Like that's just what it was.
Shoot, what we call it? White chocolate? White chocolate.
So I've said this story before, and I don't know if Vina heard it, but like I remember the Funk Cut.
BBPTV, y'all. Yes, I remember the Funk Cut.
You remember the Funk Cut?
Yes,
so the Funk Cut was like
that was the shit.
Like I was doing Quasimodos and all that stuff on the East Side. I had the East Side on lock, but the industry, like everybody thought I was black. Like they were my mixtapes, to him my mixtape, they thought I was black. Like, and I get it.
Right.
And then Jazzy Joyce was doing the Funk Cut. Legendary party on a Tuesday, $5. Everybody's in there. Bobby Brown, everybody from anybody's in there. Shout to Grandma Funk and Toy Soldier. Grandma Funk. Grandma Funk. They twin sisters. They were the promoters. So I'm in the Funk Cut and I'm like, damn, oh man, I wish I could. So by the time, about 2 months went by, my boy Big Choco, he was ready to become a bouncer. He was ready to infiltrate it.
Right.
So I'm on the block. I'm on 120 with my man Danny B with the sidekick. We there chilling. And I get the call. I got the big brick phone. I'm like, yo, he like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, I'm on the block. He like, you want DJ tonight? I'm like, what? Like, so Jazzy Joyce went on tour with I forget who, and didn't tell him.
History, BBPTV.
So I get the call from Choco. Grandma Funk is crying. It's 9 o'clock. There's no DJ.
Wow.
Yo, Bink, man, when I tell you I ran and got the record so fucking fast. Yo, you have you know what it is to be in a spot and it's shaking and you like, oh man, I wish.
Right, yeah.
So I get the call, I jet over there. Lord have mercy. You want to talk about a spank? I'm talking about nuts in there. The pictures are out there. So what happens is, at the time, I don't know Kid Capri. Right. I don't know how he looked.
Right.
I don't know he looked Italian, stallion. I don't know none of that. So I'm like, so I'm there. So shout out to my man Frank Nitty, my best friend at the time. So I'm in the booth. The Funk Cup booth is this big, like literally, like the hole is this big, and I'm rocking. This when Fuck Compton was out. Sounds of Blackness. This is it was it. And I'm laying it down right, and sure enough, Frank Nitty come in the booth. He like, yo, he's here, and I'm like, who? He like, yo, Kid is here. I was like, what? I'm like, oh, I turn the hat back. I'm like, I'm going off, right? I start going, whatever. Yo, we laugh about the story all the time, me and Kid, we talk about it, because it really happened. Right. So I'm in my shit, got the headphones on, I'm about to play some shit, and the door is like tight. It's like a real tight door, so the door hits me, like aggressive. Right. So I'm like, and I'm upset. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look, and I don't hear him what he's saying. I got the headphones, and he's like, aggressive face. And I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? And I slammed the door back. Right? So I slammed the door back, and I'm like, fuck wrong with this thing? I'm like, I'm in my mix, right? Boom, whatever. Here you go. Nitty like, yo, what he said? I'm like, I don't know. Who was that? He was like, I was like, what? So now he's sitting right there. I remember like it was yesterday, he got a green champion hoodie on all the way up like this. So he's low. So I see him sitting on the couch and he's just bopping. So I'm watching. I'm like, I gotta get in. Whatever. Now I play Freddie Jackson, one of my blends, You Are My Lady, with the special ed beat. Caught him. So he look over. And I'm on him. I'm on him. He looking, and I'm like, oh. So now he start walking back. So now he's walking back, but I'm seeing him walking back, and I'm like, oh shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. So now the door opens, mad slow, like. So I'm like, my bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like, nah. He like, I just wanna know what your name is. He said, what's your name? And I was like, test me. He like, just keep taking it to him. And he disappeared.
Wow.
So now, I'm like, I'm good for now. I got the cosign. I'm like, and every week, when he would come, he'd look over to the booth, that Freddie Jackson. That's all he wanted to hear. Go over there, play for him. So that's how I met Kid Capri.
Wow.
You feel me? Like on some validation shit.
Right.
It wasn't.
Dope,
it didn't matter if I was Spanish. It was just like the music. You feel me saying?
Right,
like
exactly. That's
so you want to talk about influences and like that shit
dope.
coming full circle.
That's dope, brother.
It's been an amazing ride for me.
That's dope.
Brucey's like, you already know. Brucey's like homage, like.
He's the god.
And Star Child, before he passed, I was able to chop it up with him. We never got the DJ, but he was just that. He you be doing your thing on the east side.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah. Oh, man,
not three bad guys to pick from, right?
Oh man,
Not
we
at
tell
all.
him, man. Big shout to Kid Capri, man. Big shout to Star.
Yeah.
Word up.
Big shout to the Ted Smooth stories.
Word up.
Word up.
Ted, man, I
that was
respect
real.
the
I
shit.
like
Oh
that
man,
shit,
and you getting that live on BBPTV, man. BX Live Studios, man. Word up.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, we right here. Word up, man. Man,
That's
going on
crazy.
to my next story, man. And this one is a mean one, Ted, man. Since you have the nonprofit Team Give Back, the pandemic changed the way now we do things. Before the pandemic hit, you did a lot for the community through Team Give Back. With all the restrictions here in the city, how has the pandemic forced you to change how you do some of the events you do?
Well, shout out to the mob, man. Shout out to the mob. We've been before I made it a nonprofit. I mean, we've been giving back forever. Like,
Dope.
We've been.
Man,
I mean,
dope.
Turkish
Big shout out
Live.
to Team Give Back, man. Big shout out to Team Give Back, man.
That ain't nothing new for us, man. Cause it's like even with the old school jams, like ain't no money being made, like, and that's become an institution, and that's become like you can again another funny ass Kid Capri. I'm gonna tell all the Kid Capri stories today. So for a while, the old school jam, it was all vinyl. I only allowed, there was no computer, no nothing. I wanted to keep it all the way authentic. But then some of the DJs that wanted to rock, they didn't really, they couldn't drag their records, stuff like that. So one old school jam, whatever, we shaking. It's about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my boy had took his Serato box, and I wasn't expecting nobody really to pop up. So he takes the Serato. I'm like, hey, whatever, ain't nobody come on a laptop. He takes the Serato box, and so we rocking. Dante from Downtown Records was on the set. So Dante, he can't DJ, but he got every fucking record. He brought all his records, right? So I'm looking. Every now and then I'm checking the crowd, make sure everybody good, and then so I look, and here he go. He walking through the crowd with little Louis Vuitton, little laptop, little thingy, and a little girl, and he's walking through. Kid Capri walking, no security, no nothing. And I'm like, oh shit, like. I didn't invite him, right? He walking through, doing whatever. He get to the set, everybody kind of see him, and it's like it's a thing now. So I'm excited, but then I'm like, there's no Serato box.
How crazy is that?
So now I'm fucked. I'm like, how am I supposed, what I'm saying? Like, I look crazy. Sure enough, I go to Dante. I said, bro, you better start giving him some records. I'm like, you better start giving him records. So this is probably on YouTube. I know we got this documented. So he like, yo, I'm on my way to the hospital. I just came through, and I was like, yo, I appreciate that. Right. So boom, he get on. They giving him records. They giving him like To Be Real, shit that really ain't whatever. Right. And I'm like, every record they give him, I'm like, motherfucker, come on, like give him the record already. And Dante finally pulls out the record. He gives to him. And the Kid Capri, the smile. He was like, it was the secret weapon. It was the secret weapon, right?
I know that joint.
He came to see me, yo, and he went wild.
Yeah.
Like he went,
Already
he
know.
had his moment,
Yeah.
went wild, put his laptop back in his little thing, grabbed his niece, whoever it was, and just walked out the park. Like, you're not gonna see that nowhere for free. Like,
That's a fact, yo.
you know, you're not gonna get Flex coming
right.
no security with his
Old
daughter.
Jam is dope,
Like,
yeah.
so what we created was like a safe haven for the culture.
Dope.
Like, 'cause you know
That's
the
a
bullshit
fact,
that come
yes.
with the culture,
That's a
but
fact. That's a
at the
fact,
old
Ted.
school jam,
Yes, that's
trust me
fact,
when I
Ted.
tell you, but I shake hands of a lot of killers, and they just be like, nah, we here to hold you down, we there, because they respect the fact that you got kids walking around and grown-ups. That don't happen at our age. The kids don't want to rock with us, but at the jam, they dancing with us, they roller skating with us. So that's like, forget about it. Like
Oh, man, I
my
experienced it, I
daughter
experienced
grew up
it, yeah.
in the old school jam.
Yeah, the old school jam is dope, man.
You feel me?
That
My
old
daughter-
school
Preserving the
flyer,
culture.
Yeah.
You feel
old
me?
school
So
jam is
so
dope.
that's and it's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work.
man, I can imagine.
And then we we do the
And
Easter
don't
thing.
you do the, y'all got a skate, you do the skate joint too outside too. That's
Yeah, the
super
skate.
hot.
The,
yeah,
oh
I
my
missed
God.
that this year, yo.
Legendary. Like it can't. The last one I did, the last disco jam I did, bro. I had Lil Louis in the park, Lil Louis in the Bronx.
Wow.
Little Louis.
Wow.
I don't think you
Big.
ever gonna see him again. Ever. He's a ghost.
Big.
Like Lil Louis, Grandmaster Flash. Like
Wow.
Grandmaster Flash was there like he was nobody.
Wow.
He was like, I just want to see Louis. Like the blessing is just crazy, and
understand, Chad.
to be able to give the people that in a safe environment, like I'm 18 years in, 4 or 5
God
jams a
bless you,
year.
brother.
Like the
God
math,
bless you.
I don't even count no more.
Big shout out to the old school jam. Man.
Yeah, man, we gotta big that up. Big time.
So now, I mean, because that's old school and that's cool.
Right.
But now what I'm doing now is I'm doing the Blend for Blend battle series.
I've been checking it out.
So
Yeah, I checked that.
I've been checking you
A lot
out.
of
That's
beef on
something-
that. A lot of beef on that. Chill, Will.
That's something I've been wanting to do for
Nah,
a
that's
minute,
real.
and just the timing was wrong. And shout to J Boogie, Eddie B. Swift. They were doing the project, and they wanted me to help promote it. And I was like, nah, y'all should just do a battle. Let me put it together, and y'all put a project out, and y'all sell y'all shit out, whatever. And they agreed to it, and I called the homie John from Speed World. We got his garage. It's in a garage. Like, it's so dope.
Yeah,
That is
wow.
dope.
Yo, and the battle was crazy. The judges, I had Green Lantern, like legit judges.
Right, I could dig it.
So that was crazy. And I mean, the next battle is Chill Will versus DJ Demo. Dirty Harry's the DJ. Ty Boogie's the DJ. DJ Create is a judge, matter of fact.
Wow.
Rather.
Wow.
And like we finna take this to the road. Like in
That's dope,
July,
man.
I
That's
got a
dope.
battle with Atlanta lined up already.
Wow.
And the integrity of this battle is so great. The way we shooting it like a show, really. Like it really belong on TV.
That's dope.
Audio
I see
is
it.
good.
I see it's good, man.
So I'm
It's
doing
dope,
that. The
man.
next battle is March 27th. You can't participate. You can't come in person because of COVID, and we making sure we keeping it safe. But it's on my page.
Right.
Yo, it's
Right, it's dope.
definitely
That's
shot
dope, man. That's dope for
a
the culture,
shockwave
yeah.
to the
That's
blend
dope.
culture. And,
That's
and
dope, man.
We here,
That's
man.
dope,
That's what
man.
we do.
That's
We,
right. That's
we
right.
got to pay it
That's
forward.
good, man.
Yeah. We got
I don't want to battle nobody no more. I just want to uplift the culture, man.
I can dig it. Well, Ted, man, what's on the horizon for you right now, man? What's outside of the blend thing? What's tell me, sneak one of them projects out. What you remixing? What you
Please
doing,
sneak
man?
it out.
Yo, I just
What's going on? Sneak it
Vina,
out.
you know the DDG record? Oh, I smoked that.
Smoked it.
Breaking news.
The DDG
Breaking
record?
news. Breaking news.
Moonwalking in Calabasas, I smoked that. That was part of the battle I just had the other day. But so I'm gonna just put that project out because everybody want those blends. Production. We got the new studio. Shout to the Glue.
Okay.
The new it's called the Haven Studios, and we just working, man. I got
Definitely.
podcasts lined up. There's certain things that I gotta wait till the world open up. I got some
right.
records
I
I
can
want
dig
to
it.
put
I
out
can imagine.
that like I want to shoot a video. Like I want to, you feel? That's why I'm not bothering her now because
Right, I can dig it.
when it open up,
it's time to go to
because
work.
Back to work.
So funny.
it got to go to the world.
I was wondering.
Time to get busy.
I was wondering, like a couple months went by. I was like, I haven't heard from Uncle Ted. What's going on? So it's funny you say that because I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. So Vina, her project, she doing things, so I had to let her get that off because this is a process. But I'm a phone call away. But when it open up again, man,
It's gonna get stupid.
it's this music gonna go to the world like on a big way, and it's just that time.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just that time
definitely.
right
That's
now,
man. You see me, man. BBPTV,
For real.
man. Whoever thought Big Buddha be podcasting, man. So I understand where we at and where we at in this world right
Get it
now.
when you
how
feel
we
it.
going to the how we got to go to the next level, man. But my last question, man. Thank you for coming, man, and stopping by to chop it up with me. Before we close, what are the 3 things that you do every day that have empowered you in the success that people can include in their daily routine?
Now forget all that. The beef patty and cocoa bread up the block was hitting. Was hitting.
I got mine in the microwave right now.
Yeah.
The beef patty and the cocoa bread?
Was hitting right up the block, golden crust. Shameless plug.
You already know, man.
What's the question again? I was just that beef patty was hitting. Boom, boom.
Ted making me hungry.
Ted is a professional, man. That's how you know you caught him off guard,
like
man.
you move
But
like that.
again, I want to thank you for stopping by and chopping it up with BBPTV at BX Live Studio. I want to ask you, what have empowered you with the success that people can do? Like something like, I wake up and I do my CMOS thing, I do my tea, I have my regular routine, I have my 10 o'clock splizzle. I do little certain things that empower me to keep my creative sense going on. What do you do? You know what I'm saying? That keeps you empowered, and what you could just share with the people that's maybe some sort of advice of something simple as just.
What's your hack? What's your hack?
As far as getting up in the morning and having a sense of purpose.
That's right.
17-year-old daughter, bro.
That's right, brother.
I don't need more than that.
That's the pressure dad part.
For all those that know Ty, you already
dad.
know she is 17 for real, for real. You
Trust
dig
me,
what I'm
man. I
saying?
got a 17-year-old too.
So that that's why I wake up in the morning. My family, my loved ones, my girl.
Yeah.
That's my circle is really, really small like that. And what I do know and I believe in is that whatever you put into the universe is going to come back.
That's a fact.
And if it don't come back to you, it's going to come back to your kids. So
That's a fact.
I really just try to give back every day, whether it's small, big, or whatever. And I live by the rule of if it don't cost you to help somebody, help them. You feel me? Because I remember being that person that needed the shot. I remember being the kid that, like I said earlier today, going through drug blocks with a red bike and 30 mixtapes attached to your handlebar at 16 with curly hair, no shirt in the summertime. That ain't nothing. That's not nothing nice. You feel me? Like you really gotta. Like who are you? Like that's the first question. So knowing that, like those days like that, it keeps me grounded and it doesn't let me take nothing for granted. You feel me? And I try to pass that on to my daughter and everybody that I'm around. Like you gotta work.
I could dig
Like ain't no handouts and none. You gotta work.
That's right, man.
There's no such thing as a hot DJ somewhere that nobody will know about. You gotta work.
Oh man,
you feel me?
So I know, man. I know.
Yeah,
Trust
that's
me.
what keeps me on my grind.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know?
Man. Well, Ted, man, I thank you, man, for coming through, man. Ted Smooth, straight face, do remember.
You
man.
remember.
I appreciate you, man, for real, man. I appreciate you. And your last statement is true, man. You do help people because you definitely help Big Buddha, man. I thank you for coming through. BX
Forget all that. When the next day party, man. When we gonna go? When we gonna get it back?
Man,
We'll talk about that.
I'm working. I'm working. I'm mixing it up over here. I'm mixing
Rena
it up
says
now,
she
man.
old enough.
Nah, I'm mixing.
Come on,
you
man.
old enough now? Oh, you did the derby.
She in.
You did the derby with us, though.
Yeah, Bing, stop fucking with me for a minute.
Oh, stop that, bro.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Would you believe I'm about to be 25?
What?
That's
Wait a minute.
crazy
You about to
to
be
me.
a
That's
quarter
a mess.
water?
So I know the y'all.
Straight
I said,
quarter?
What? 25. So I'm coming to the day party.
Oh, DC, I love you, man.
Sound
Yo,
flying, man.
This is my niece right here, people, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Me and Kid Capri got history, man. We come up, man. Some of them funk hut nights, man. I probably was with him, man. Me and Kid, man, we did a lot of things, man. And Kid has a lot to do with who I am and where I'm at today, man. Bing Buddha has a lot to do with Kid Capri, Troop of Love.
You ready?
I worked hard, man, to get here where I'm at right now. Didn't just happen yesterday either. So I understand where you're coming
Shout
from.
to your
It's
team.
all
Shout to
work.
Caesar.
Word up. Big shout to Caesar.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
big shout to.
big shout
yes,
out to
right,
Ted.
Yes,
Everybody.
big
This
shout
is-
to. Yes,
this
man.
is-
Thank you.
You feeling this, Ted?
This feels like home. No pun
It is,
intended.
man. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome
I love
home,
the vibe.
y'all. Yeah, welcome home, y'all.
Yeah, and that's the vibe that
I love the vibe.
that we bring into this home. This BX Live, man. This is home, man.